People have often asked me over the years what was my favorite song that I've ever written for another artist. And as grateful as I am for the bigger hits, believe it or not, the one that holds the most meaning to me spiritually is One Voice by Brandy. And it has to do with the content. That's a song that's very much about my mission as a human being and my mission as a musician and how they meet in the middle, because I really do believe that music has spiritual and healing power. Stevie Wonder is my all-time favorite, and the lyrics of that song spread hope. And I chose to re-record that song at this time on my brand new album, 20 years later, Surrender, because of all the toxicity we've had with the political climate and just all the anger and revenge that I feel like is in the world and the lack of communication. And I wanted to release, once again, a song that was written about healing. And the funniest backstory about that song is the night that it was written was actually the very day that my former boss, Susan Taylor, the former editor-in-chief of Essence, called me into her office. I had been entertainment editor of Essence for 5 proud years. And she called me in her office and she said, "Gordon, I need you to train your assistant in 6 weeks to take over your job and your position, because I can feel that the world is calling you to music, and if you stayed here at Essence, we could keep you here forever, but the world would be denied of all that God wants to do for you as a musician." So that night I went to my songwriting partner's, Phil Galston's house, and he said, "Don't worry about it, Gordon, tonight you're gonna write the song of your life." And we began writing that song, and that album sold, I think, 17 million copies on Brandy's Never Say Never album. So it did become the biggest album I had been on to date. And when we pitched that song, we did not intend it for Brandy, we intended it for Celine Dion. Phil had written 5 songs for Celine Dion in the past, so we thought melodically that we had the message and the melody perfect for Celine, but Celine passed. And Brandy actually ended up recording the song because Phil pitched it to Craig Kallman and hired David Foster to produce it. And when I heard Brandy's young voice singing that powerful, big message, and I heard David Foster's amazing production and B.B. Winans did the arrangements of the background vocals, I literally cried. It moved me to tears. But I hope that people also enjoy this new version on Surrender, and I've gotten some choir of my good friends in New York and the Village Underground Band, and I think we knocked it out of the park. So enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, another version of One Voice.